That's all for today. See you next time. Once upon a time in a big city, there was a wonderful zoo. It had everything. Cheeky monkeys, lazy camels, funny penguins, and even a grumpy old lion. Now this lion wasn't just any lion. His name was Leo, and he was the king of the jungle. Or at least he used to be. Since moving to the zoo, life hadn't been as roaring as he'd liked. That was because the people had built a wall around his enclosure. It stopped him from roaming the whole zoo as he pleased. Oh, how I hate this stupid wall. Leo would always complain. If only something exciting would happen. But exciting never happened, or so Leo thought. One day, a strange wind swept through the zoo. As the animals looked up in the sky, wondering where it came from, they soon realized that something strange was happening. They couldn't make their usual sounds. Meow, said the lion, but it came out sounding like a tiny squeak. Quack, quack, said the parrots, but it sounded like a deep roar. Neigh, said the horses, but it came out sounding like a trumpet. All the animals were making sounds that weren't theirs. Now, as you can imagine, the other animals didn't know what to do. They looked at each other in confusion. They were scared and tried to speak again. The zebra's bark echoed through the zoo. The giraffe's bleating sounded like a goat. Even the monkeys weren't making their usual chatter. Instead, they were making noises like a cat. Suddenly, the chimpanzees burst into laughter. Huh, they said. This is great fun. Let's do it again. But the others didn't find it funny at all. They were scared and wanted to go back to normal. The horses whinnied, but it sounded like a trumpet. The parrots squawked, but it sounded like a meow. The monkeys screamed, but it sounded like a bark. The giraffes bleated, but it sounded like a goat. The zebras quacked like ducks. The elephant trumpeted sadly, I want my voice back. Little did they know that high above them, perched on a tree branch, was a little bird listening to all the commotion. What on earth is going on? She asked herself. She had lived in that zoo for many years and had never seen anything like it. So she decided to fly down and see what was going on. When she landed on the ground, she saw the animals looking at each other in confusion. Good morning, she said, hoping to help. Has anyone seen my friend, the blue jay? We were playing hide and seek and I lost her. Do you know where she went? The animals looked at each other. Then the blue jay flew down next to the little bird and said, Did you say hide and seek? Is that what we're doing? I love hide and seek. The little bird said, Hide and seek is when two friends try to find each other, but you already found me. So now it's my turn to find you. Ready, set, go. And with that, the blue jay flew off to hide. But when the little bird looked up in the sky to find her friend, she heard something amazing. The blue jay was squeaking like a mouse. Squeak, squeak, she said. Then the little bird noticed something else. Every animal in the zoo was making the wrong sounds. What's going on here? She wondered. Just then, a boy came walking by. He looked up at the sky and said, It sure is a beautiful day. I wonder if I'll get to see the lion roar today. When he turned to walk away, the lion spoke. Wait right there, he said. Why do you want to hear me roar? The boy said, You're the lion, aren't you? You should be roaring right now. Well, I can't, said the lion. I'm trying, but all that comes out is squeak. The boy couldn't believe his ears. A talking lion, he said. How incredible. As he listened to the lion, he heard the horses making trumpet sounds, the parrots squeaking, the zebras barking, the giraffes bleating like goats, and the monkeys meowing like cats. It was pandemonium. The boy thought hard. Finally, he had an idea. He ran home as fast as he could. Meanwhile, the animals were starting to panic. The parrot said, This isn't funny anymore. I want my voice back. How will I talk to my friends now? How will I tell them about the juicy mango I found yesterday? The chimp repeated after her. I want my voice back. Suddenly, the boy came running toward the zoo entrance. All the animals looked up and saw him holding a recorder. Please, please help us, they cried. The boy went up to the lion and started to play a recording of a lion's roar. At first, the lion didn't react, but then he perked up his ears and started to relax. Then he took a deep breath and let out a mighty roar. Roar! All the other animals cheered. The lion had got his voice back. The boy then went over to the parrots and started playing a recording of their squawks. Squawk, squawk. The parrots repeated after him, and soon they had their voices back. Next, he went to the zebras and played a recording of their barks. Woo! Woo! The zebra said. And they were happy to have their voices back. Then the boy went to the other animals and played their sounds until every single animal had their own voice back. When it was all over, all the animals gathered around the boy. Thank you so much, they said. We owe you our lives. How can we ever repay you? The boy thought for a moment. Well, he said finally, I'm the zookeeper's son, and I love spending time here. So how about you let me visit you whenever I want, and I won't ask for anything in return. The animals agreed, and from that day on, the boy was allowed to go anywhere he wanted in the zoo. He could feed the animals and even take a ride on the elephants' backs. The lion also kept his promise and roared every day at noon so the boy could hear him. As for the blue jay, well, she never forgot the lesson she learned that day. She never played hide and seek with the little bird again. The end.